with
Dota
Virtus.pro wonder where they are. Virtus.pro are gonna choke them, right? Completely. Take everything off the map and Navi won't have anywhere to farm. So those are the two reasons I favor Virtus.pro here.
I'm gonna back Virtus.pro because they've won more matches, and you know, I've got the simple reasoning like that. I'm a play-by-play. I don't need to be given all these in-depth reasons and oh this, that, and the other. Just they've won more matches, so they're my favorite.
Yeah. And to be honest, Rob, you know, that's the smartest way if you want to predict more victories, you know, not really looking at the draft, but looking at the teams, especially when there are some discrepancies in skill. And in Eastern Europe, we have seen it. You know, we have seen some teams just be straight up better than the others, and it would be very hard to see them lose a series. Here, though, I don't think that's the case. Virtus.pro has looked impressive sometimes, but there were times where they would drop the ball, and I think that Navi, if they find their best gameplay, they have a good shot.
The battle begins.
And we'll see the contest coming through onto Nicky Cool in the river here. He's going to be actually forced away from the rune, so he doesn't pick it up. Sayush gets that away from him. Split Earth as well as the threat. Did Sayush... He didn't actually scale anything up, but yeah, the Split Earth was enough to push the Primal Beast away from that rune.
Nicky Cool is not going to be getting that rune. He understood he doesn't want to take any unnecessary damage with these fat heroes. You know, if they smack you down early on, you're never going to get back up to full.
I'm interested to see what the Clockwork's going to do in this lane up against Lays and Sweden Strong, because I mean Sweden Strong is going to be going for the Fade Bolt. You know, automatically pick that up at level 1. Don't really go for the telekinesis ever as the Rubik, but when that level 2 does come out, he has that telekinesis to Callus. How effective is he going to be, especially because he doesn't have his boots yet as this Clockworker, you know, getting on top and harassing down with the Battery Assault.
It's all about trying to trade the region as your carry farms. That's your job as a Clockwork in any lane. In some lanes you're going to be a bit stronger, in some you're going to be a bit weaker, but basically that's your job. Go in, and when you see you're going to take a lot of damage, you get out, you heal up, and you go again.
Okay. Top lane as well, we can see Sayush this time, he's actually healed up onto the Acorn shot, so no bushwhacks to come out straight away. V-Tune not really going to be running heroes down straight away as well, so the harass damage that comes out. Whose voice lines are these?
UD was one.
Yeah, is it a team? Is it other caster voice lines? Okay.
It's a team. It's a team. Southeast Asia, Division 2, I think.
Right, okay. Just because it seems to be the most popular voice lines. You know, they've won the voice line meta, that's it. Bottom lane, there's Group of Cogs being dropped here. Damage, 2 of them trapped inside of it. Clear trying to do right-click damage outside of it now as well. The telekinesis, Ducalis, even with the Battery Assault, it's still going to be taking a lot of damage, but Lays, with that Battery Assault going, couldn't get off the Starbreaker.
That's it. That's what the Clockwork wants to do. Just be super annoying. That's your job. If you survive like that, it's great.
And yeah, I guess that's all he needs to do, just step in. Even without the boots, he's got a lot of regen. He started off with 6 tangos and a salve. Doesn't have any mangoes. They might be coming out on the courier. It's actually going to be the stick coming out, but so yeah, he's not going to be able to go in with another Battery Assault if he wants to with the cogs. But just to be a pain in the arse, he's job done already.
I mean, the Natus Prophet isn't farming all that well. You know, someone is doing well in the lane, he's not losing it, but it's not like Ducalis has made it like super easy for his teammates. So overall, you know, it's so far so good. Considering that the Dawnbreaker can be quite nasty against the Natus Prophet, you're happy for now.
Yeah, mid lane we can see, you know, the farm, it's going quite even, but the top lane, do they actually get onto V-Tune? I mean, V-Tune's got to be careful about this bushwhack coming out close to the trees. The ward would have seen Sayush moving back over that way anyway. So, yeah, there's just the backup from the Ursa. And he doesn't want to be controlled by this Spirit Siphon coming out. Only level 1 on that Spirit Siphon, but I assume Death Prophet level 3 goes for that second point, and there it is. It's coming out. So, yeah, Ursa moving himself away. Meanwhile, back on the bottom lane, Krill, yeah, he's actually standing underneath that tier 1 tower. He's not able to get close to the creeps, just trying to use the treants to maybe drag them back in. But yeah, Clockwork, what can he do now? He has that stick out. He's got himself a couple of tangos. Doesn't matter. Top lane, they get the first blood onto Vichu.
This is, I mean, when I see the Death Prophet with the 2 points in Spirit Siphon over the Crypt Swarm against a hero like an Ursa who want to harass, it just goes to show how stupidly powerful this spell is. Like, it is so powerful, especially from level 1 to level 2. And you can't die, and you do just huge amounts of damage. It's insane.
Yeah. Mid lane, Nicky Cool trying to run down onto Squadix. Squadix going to be out of mana now as well. The tip comes out from his, from the clockwork here. Nicky Cool not able to run down onto the Lesh. So Squadix just looking for that water rune. He's going to be pretty fine. He was out of mana. Meanwhile, back on the bottom lane, again, it looks like Sweden Strong just able to dictate the tempo here with the pulls across, even with the treants moving in. This lane still pushing towards the Dire Tower.
Krillat was being very passive on the bottom lane until he got the boots. He understands that he can be ran down quite easily. Now with the boots, he can get a little bit closer to the creeps. But this lane, at this point now, it is very tough. Because the Dawnbreaker at some point starts dishing out massive amounts of damage. And that is pretty much around level 3.
Yeah, and we can see now that Squadix, he's finding that farm in the mid lane up against the Primal Beast. In terms of net worth, he's sitting about 300 gold ahead. So this could be nice, especially if Primal Beast wants to move himself away, which he does going into the jungle here. And even Maldi's going to be chasing down to Sayush. Sayush, though, he's going to play ring around the trees, and he might even be able to turn it back around. Scatterblast comes out. Sayush, though, bushwhack. He's level 2 onto that there as well, so there is going to be some harass. Just making sure he got that camp block off, and Maldi not going to be able to pull through here and help the Ursa out.
Overall, when we didn't talk much about the mid lane, but the Primal Beast is doing well in CS, but it's only because of the jungle creeps. This time around, the Lesh did well, and it's normal. Lesh does usually do well against melee heroes. You stun them, you get a few denies. You can't kill him, but you can be super annoying and just get a little bit more farm than your counterpart.
And what does Squadix want to be building into? Is it just straight? It is just straight into the Bloodstone. It looks like here for the Lesh. How does Primal Beast try and contest onto this?
It's just Primal Beast things. You try to get your levels as fast as possible, and then you're going towards the BKB. Whenever there's a fight, you go in because you know that the damage output of the enemies just isn't that high. He's probably going to try to be aggressive just before the enemy supports get level 6s. So, minute 8, minute 10, 11.
Maldi moves down to match the moves of Sayush though, just to try and secure that rune. He does take it himself, means that it doesn't go the way of Nicky Cool, even though, Nicky Cool has that bottle up, so he has 2 charges left in that, but yeah, the bushwhack didn't connect, and Maldi was able to pick up the regen rune.
I'll get that one. Doesn't get his mana back full, but it's still fine. None of the mid laners would have done, I don't know how well with that one. It would still be used to farm. Actually, for the Lesh, it could be used to farm quite a lot, but he doesn't have too many stacks, so overall, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to go to the vault, the bounty rune as well. Top lane, and they're putting pressure on. There's going to be the TP. They take down the Snapfire. Can they go for more Vichu? And yeah, Spirit Siphon comes out. Krilliat is chasing now as well. Where's that Sprout? He's not going to be able to get a range with the bushwhack. They closed the gap and noticed the TP up from Krilliat, and now they're going to be able to put pressure onto this tier 1 tower. Level 6 for the Death Prophet. Does he want to go for that exorcism?
Yeah. Might want. No, he doesn't need it. He actually does not need it for the tower. They have a siege creep, they have an Aegis Prophet, this tower is gone. Okay, they're bringing in Heroes Navi. They're like, you're gonna have to use those spells, Virtus.pro, if you want it. But is that really the case?
Yeah, it looks like they're putting Ursa into the mid lane because they know the rotation came off. So Lesh, if he wants to contest, could be in trouble as the supports, Krilliat's up in the top lane there as well. Vichu just looking to find the free farm, the Squadix looking for the trade, and they didn't actually pop the Exorcism, didn't even skill it up, to be honest, on the Death Prophet. And now Nicky Cool's going to be the hero up here, but if he comes in with that bushwhack, it does connect, and the Spirit Siphon's going now as well. The Acorn shot's going to bounce around. Nicky Cool's going to be in trouble, has to move himself back, fear of being picked off.
Oh, no burst damage for the Death Prophet. This hero doesn't die. Just get the hell away from her. Like, that's what you want to do. You see the Death Prophet, go somewhere else and kill someone else, especially because the enemies can connect.
Well, the cookie comes out. They might be able to get the jump onto the Lesh in the river. Scatterblast being used now as well, but Sayush and Squadix has the bolt charges. He has another tango, has that wand. He's looking pretty good. Clockwork might not be so lucky. The Catalyst, can he work himself away with the chase out from Vichu? Even the Gog's pushing well. Sayush is going to try and come in the bushwhack, though. He's going to be turned away. And yeah, I think even DeCalis planted a tree. The Nicky Cool, he doesn't get the kill. He's not going to be able to secure the kill, and this might cost him his life. He's going to be revealed. The Squadix gets the kill. He's going for a little bit more, but the fade ball might dissuade him from pushing in. But, I mean, he was going to go down anyway. Doesn't confirm the kill onto DeCalis.
Yeah, definitely not looking good for Na'Vi. It's looking horrendous, actually. They don't have a play on the map currently. Okay, now when they have the Dawnbreaker ulti, they might be able to make something happen. But these are their timings. This is where the Primal Beast should be taking some kills, and he actually dies. It's a big hit to Na'Vi.
Yeah, mid lane, Sweet and Strong, trying to do what he can with the telekinesis and the fadeable onto Lesh. But Squadix just able to move himself away. A decent amount of health. He's got himself a point booster now as well. So he's going to have himself over 1,000 health, and he's not going to be looking too bad as well as he gets the bottle. Again, mana boots available. Not too far off going straight into that Bloodstone. You know, in terms of Leshrac farm.
And that's going to be another hero that's going to be hard to burst down Na'Vi. They have this Ursa, but he needs to have those items to be able to take him down. And the towers are going to start falling very, very fast. There's no treants like there were in the previous game. Every single chip damage on the tower is going to count as the game progresses. And VP are getting their first round of items because, yeah, they're just that far ahead. When you look at the net worth chart, it's obvious that Virtus.pro have crushed the early game.
Yeah, we saw the Ursa farming in the jungle there for a little bit. He wants to go towards that Battle Fury 10 minutes in though, and he's only a couple of pieces top lane. There's give the dive, the Pulverize comes out. They at least get the kill onto Sayush, but the tier 1 tower is gone. And now this is going to be the Exorcism being popped in the mid lane. That's a fresh Exorcism here, coming out to go into the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Sweet and Strong trying to contest into this, but Na'Vi just can't fight into this Exorcism. They don't have the items and they don't have the timing.
Yeah, Virtus.pro are constantly poking in the mid lane, seeing what's happening, and as soon as they see heroes in the top lane hunting the Hoodwink, you just go straight up for that tower because you know there's not going to be a response from Na'Vi. There's nothing they can do, even with the Dawnbreaker ulti, because there isn't a single hero in position the Dawnbreaker is going to be able to use to do anything about it. So Virtus.pro, they're just pressuring Na'Vi. You know, they might give them one hero here, have a kill, but they're going to take much more because of it.
Yeah, how do you like this for the Nature's Prophet? He's going into a Gleipnir. You know, he's already got himself the double crowns. He's got that Maelstrom queued up as the next item, with the Javelin being the one that he picks up. But eventually he's going to be going towards that Gleipnir. Again, extra control up against the Primal Beast, extra control up against the Ursa. And it looks like he's even favoring it over the Orchid.
That's actually nice. I like it. I mean, I think he gets it either way. Gleipnir is just way too strong right now. The range is insane. The speed is insane. But I'm surprised he gets it so early. Maybe he goes Maelstrom, BKB, and then finishes off the Gleipnir. And the crowns were just an awesome start because you already have a lot of stats, and then with the crown you have even more. Maybe that's the idea. I'm not sure if he really wants to just go straight up for the entire thing. Oh, actually, he does.
I mean, if he's going Maelstrom and he's got the crowns anyway, what's the big investment? Stat pool is free, and the recipe, so another 1850 gold as DeCalis underneath his tier 1. Then do his best, is giving the fortification use as well, but he might just leave DeCalis. Sacrificial lamb, yeah, to buy some time. No TVs are coming in. The Morty caught out. There is going to be the Mortimer Kisses coming through from the shot. He connects onto him. He stops the Morty Kisses, keeps himself alive, and now they're going to be able to take down 2. Blaze with the TP away. They defend the tier 1 tower. He got the angle for the hook. There was no body blocks, and he just survives.
Yeah, Clockwork is not into long-range relationships, so he just went and got all close and personal. In the end, it didn't work out, but either way, that's a beautiful fight from VP. Na'Vi, they were aware that they had to go for plays like that because that's what their heroes are good at. But the thing is, with Virtus.pro, they have such a great lead right now. This is that part of the game already where you don't ever have to show your heroes. The lanes are gonna be going towards Na'Vi, choking them, and then whenever someone from Na'Vi shows hook shot, and the sharpshooter, the hero dies. Then go again, over and over again, until you completely break them. This is a horrendous situation for Na'Vi, to say the least.
Yeah, at least Na'Vi here. V-Tune is finding that free farm, so he's going to be able to get himself towards the Battle Fury in about 600 gold. But you can see that Lays, he's moving back down. He wants to maybe try and find something out here. I mean, that tier 1 tower, it is pretty close to going down. So with this creep wave, he might be able to step up and take it. And 500 health. He's actually not going to contest it himself. He's hiding around the back just in case there is any movements in. Now he will come in with the rest of the team or at least the 2 supports moving close to support him here in his effort to take down this tier 1, and no efforts are being made to defend this, because look at this. You've got the Death Prophet, you've got Sayush in the dire jungle looking to maybe try and find out the Ursa. You've got Squadix moving through with well, Sayush TPs himself down now, so he is a bit of everywhere, but they could look to get a pick off, look for those D wards as well coming out on the side of VP.
I'm looking at Navi, and their biggest problem now, it's not that they're losing currently, it's that their map is getting smaller and smaller. You're gonna get the Battle Fury on the Ursa, not in the greatest of timings, and then you're gonna have nowhere to farm. And already there's some deep wars from Virtus.pro, so they might even hunt you down.
Yeah, the smoke's coming out now. They're going to be moving through. They might even find Sweden strong smoke. It does break the rocket flare for the reveal. Where's that hook shot? Not underneath the tier 2 tower. It's not. Malady, though, he might step in. Hook. Oh, it's going to miss. Water Storm. It's going to be the lightning from Sweden strong. So the fade walk with this bouncing lightning, that's kind of neat to push out the lanes.
Yep, good for Navi. They dodged that smoke, didn't lose a single hero, and they managed to push in the side lanes. Oh no! This was the way for the Ursa back in the game. They're taking the sack.
Yeah, Nicky Cool's moving himself over, trying to defend this as best he can, but look at the Squadix, and the entire squad's going to be coming into this now. Don't make it bother you once the sound comes out. That was made override now as well. One's going to be stored. It's going to be the Spirit side from between the He's going to survive long enough to get a benefit out of this now as well with the pushback. He get his kill crowd trying to go for the TP away from here, and he's not going to be able to get himself out, but even through the end rage, E-Tune gets picked off. Malady, can he get himself away? The bushwhack, he's trying to walk himself through the trees, but Cyrus just says, thank you very much. That's exactly what I needed. And now Natus stepping up. Malady, he's going to go back in the box.
Hey, Sayush, what do you need for me to do so you can get a good stun off? You're getting into the trees. I'm just kidding. Of course, it's not like he had anywhere else to run. It was the only place he could go to. But yeah, it's just not an ideal spot to be in against the Hoodwink. If Krillad gets out with a TP there, it's a complete disaster for Navi. Even now, it's not ideal, but at least you bring down the Nature's Prophet. He was like less than half a second from getting himself out of that situation.
Yeah, so good burst on the Ursa. I think that was enough gold as well to complete the Battle of Fury. Yeah, he has that up now. So at least that's going to accelerate his farm. As the Lash on the bottom lane, Squadix just chasing away Lays from the pressure that he was trying to apply to this bottom lane.
The thing about the Battle Fury as an item is that you need the map to farm. It's not like a Midas that it's just going to be a passive income either way. You still need to work for it, you know, you just have the tools to do it easier.
And you can see that Natus, Sayush, and Krillia are just farming through the dire part of the map, that they are forcing the Ursa into this triangle, which really isn't the most use. Like you say, if it was a hand of Midas, sure, you go into that triangle, you pick up the extra creep, you get yourself back on into the lane, but just trying to go through the triangle, the bottom lane's pushed out as well, so it's unsafe for him to push there. He doesn't have a tier 1 tower in any lane, really, so if he does get gone on, it's Nicky Cool looking to move himself away. So yeah, V-Tune, this map has started to kind of close further and further in on V-Tune.
And no, people, don't buy Midas on an Ursa. It's just a
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't buy. Don't do it. Anyways, players here. The thing is, Virtus.pro, I think they could, get a little bit more aggressive in terms of pushing in the lanes. But for now, it's working out for them. The next objective that they're going to be looking at is the Roche, and I expect maybe with the next exorcism, Natus is already going there.
Exorcism is going to be coming right back up with his treants as well. In fact, is that Lately finished out? The recipe's coming in, So it looks like the Nature's Prophet is going to have this. If a fire breaks out, the control that they're going to have on the side of BP before these BKBs come out from the side of Na'Vi, there's no way that Na'Vi can fight into this. There's just no way.
At least not now, but they're gonna have those BKBs relatively soon, so they could in the near future be able to fight the enemies.
I like they're gonna be able to get the jump into Primal Beast now as well. The hookshot comes in, there's extra control on Krillia to secure the kill onto the Primal Beast as well. On the map, if you are watching, Lays was moving up to the top lane to try and get some farm. He was walking in, and all of a sudden he sees this army of ghosts. Just turns around and goes, nope. and walks himself away into the trees, hides away from the Death Prophet.
Invisibility.
Yeah, those didn't look like Casper. No friendly ghosts here. These hurt for sure. But Natus is alone on the top lane for the time being. Okay, not for long.
You say that, and then yeah, Squadix with the Boots of Travel Aegis. You've got the TP that can come in from the Natus Prophet as well, purely from skill. Hook shot from downtown on Ducal. Speaking about downtown, Malady, he's up to move himself downtown and away from this aggression coming out, and they might just try and push the creep wave again. Lays trying to cut the wave, but he's going to be caught out in the Glepnir. It doesn't actually get sprouted, but the traits are still going to be the damage. Lays has to go for the TP because the Glepnir was already used. Dawnbreaker able to get that TP away.
I'm surprised. I thought he was just gonna go sprout, wait a little bit, try to cancel out the TP or something along those lines, but I think Krilat just wants him to get out of there. Yeah. Right now, what it looks like to me is that Virtus.pro feel like they have already won this game, and that if they systematically go from a tower to tower, that Na'Vi just aren't going to have the strength to do so if we itemize correctly. And I think they're doing so quite well right now. Now it's just itemizing against the Ursa. The Eagle Scepters, the Halberds, the Force Staffs. You itemize against the Ursa, and even in the ultra late game, if VTune does get the good amount of farm, you're going to have ways of dealing with him.
Yeah, and look at the concentration on Krilat's face. You know, he's trying to make sure he stays right in the moment, his team stay in the moment. We're going to be able to take down this tier 2, and Na'Vi not going to be able to contest a tier, not even going to be able to contest a tier 1s.
And this Squadix was more like, yeah, this is boring, right? Yeah, Krilat is all in it. Like, let's go. And Squad is like, yeah, we're getting the tower now. We're now moving on to the next one. Like, can we have a more action-packed game? But this is the thing, Na'Vi have always... every single game I think I've seen them play, they've been slow and some beating again.
Yeah, but there is going to be dive onto the Nature Prophet in now as well with the Solar Guardian. He might be able to get the kill to Krillian. Does he go down? He will go down, but the Bushwhack comes out. TP in from Ducalis. They're going to be able to get a trade immediately. And the hookshot, it stops the TP even through the BKB. The hookshot comes out and lays. He just did not go far enough. And now it's the run for his life. Squadix rotates in, lays it out of mana. There's no way for him to get out. He gets caught out and he gets killed off.
As soon as I said Na'Vi play slow, like who plays slow? They go in, they kill the Nature's Prophet. So it does feel like it doesn't work out too well for them. They lose 2 cores for it. Nature's Prophet, he is quite a farmed guy. Once he gets the BKB, not even this will be possible.
No, and it is going to be the next item for him after the Glepnir. Again, really quick, just to the control that it offers. And you can see EGB here with the odds 7.5 to 1 for Na'Vi, and VP clear favorites with how this game is progressing.
This is so Na'Vi, they have the Ursa. Once VTune gets the blink, he can be that hero that provides the burst damage. You do have a lot of stuns, so you might be able to do it.
Well, the question is there going to be any towers to defend by the time you get to that blink dagger?
That is true. If all of the outer towers fall, really, then you have nowhere to rally around. Then you're always going to be smoking out on the map blindly. And it's just so easy for Virtus.pro to read any part of the map, because with the Nature's Prophet, you're always pushing the lanes in.
Dire's middle tower.
And notice he's sitting, he's going to be able to put pressure, he's going to be able to take this tier 2. And like you say, that because Na'Vi lack that vision hero, they don't have a Beastmaster, you know, the Clockwork's on the other side, they don't have anything that can give them that heads up. And Ducalis being able to scout the map with these rocket flares, even went for the rocket flare cooldown, so every 12 seconds at level 4, being able to scout a different part of the map with the rocket, push the lanes out with that rocket, with the Nature's Prophet TP in it, Squadix with the Boots of Travel. It's really hard for Na'Vi to find that space, to find a platform to start a gank off from. They are going to be going for a smoke, but we'll see who they're actually going to be able to find. And Ducalis, he's the closest one. He's looking to break the smoke, and if Ducalis goes down on this Clockwork, absolutely fine for him to break smoke, but it's actually going to be the jump in. Do they have enough to take the Squadix? The Force Staff, he still has it for the next 20 seconds, and his team can respond more to the kisses. Is it just going to be the hit and run? It's absolutely not, because he's going to be the hook shot coming through, and they're not going to be able to run from anything. The Cogs get dropped. Nicky go with the Bobberized, but he's got this chase on to the Ursa, and now the Glepnir comes 3 of them. VTune, even with the Enrage, do we have anything stopping the E2? Eagle Scepter, they have the control onto the burr. And the hurry furry scurry is just the fuzzy wuzzy being put on his back.
Man, that is he should have played dead there on VTune for sure. Anyways, that is just nasty, you know. You go for a move because you know you need control of the top part of the map to get the second roach with your Ursa lineup, and you just get absolutely decimated. You find the hero with an Aegis and you're like, let's go, and yeah, it's not gonna work out.
This is gonna be 23 minutes in a lane of rocks. They do have the fortification on the side of Na'Vi if they want to do that, because the tier 3 tower, that was the first one to go down. But it looks like VP, they just popped the exorcism. It's coming to a close. Don't overextend. Not sure if the Burr has the buyback or not, so they just get themselves away.
Yeah, they don't have to, right? It's systematically going from objective to objective. They know they're gonna be winning that way. VP want to get at a point where Hellraisers are at least shaking when it comes to the series they're gonna be playing against Darkside later on. Because if they win this one, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a problem for Hellraisers. They're not gonna be coming into that series like, we're going to the major anyways, who the hell cares? It's gonna be it's definitely gonna be in the back of their minds.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can see that Na'Vi, again, this map, they've got that triangle available to them, but it's even going to be scouted out by the Treants. So they've got 3 cores, and really the Rubik that wants to be found on a shard. They have half a lane to do it between the 4 of them.
It's just, when you look at Virtus.pro, even if they wouldn't have the control of the map they have right now, with the heroes they have, they push in all 3 lanes and then use a rocket in the enemy triangle. They don't see anyone there. They pretty much can pinpoint exactly where their enemies are, even though they don't see them. And with this kind of a lead, I think they always have a clear idea where their enemies are. Thus the smoke now and the hunting of the enemies.
They're going to be able to find Vichun. They need to create space with Dekalis. Sarush, move! Sarush, move! Okay, they're going to be able to get the kill onto Malady, but Vichun trying to get himself away, and Rage goes. And Sarush, maybe just trying to buy time to Vichun, because Dekalis, he's looking for that hook. He's going to be able to get it now. He gets that gap, but the kill. Cured, and Sarush will take it down with a sharpshooter.
I'd say Vichun has been pretty good at not using resources too much when he's running away in this game. I remember even at the start of the game, he's running away and he's waiting for the bushwhack and then to use the earth shock, because he knows that the bushwhack will take him back. In 0% of situations, it has saved his life, but at least now he didn't use the BKB. He understands they pop the BKB and the Clockwork still uses the hook shot and I die. So I'm just gonna accept my death and try to delay it for as long as possible. Of course, in these kind of situations, it doesn't change anything, but those are some little plays that in games that were different might actually change something.
I would have loved to have access to the VP comms there, chasing down that Ursa, and Sarush just standing for the Dekalis all the way. Like, just Dekalis like, move, you gotta get out of the way, I want my hook shot! And, Sarush was just like, I can get a bushwhack, it's fine, it's chill. You don't need to use the hook shot for that. But Dekalis, he eventually gets it off, and they were able to get the lockdown onto the Ursa for that kill.
I would more likely see it like, haha, he's dead, he can't get away, look at him, he's trying to live, he's begging for his life. Yeah, that's how I would envision it. But Na'Vi, they're in a smoke. I think if they lose the fight now, it's just GG time.
Yeah, we can take a look at the buybacks. There is not a lot of the hook shot comes through now as well. They've got the tap onto the cogs. So the Guardian's going to be a sharpshooter. It doesn't actually connect. Fly through the multiple cases. Going to be raining down, but it looks like Death Prophet with the exorcism. What was stolen. It's going to be the Spirit Siphon here now. Sweden Strong doesn't get that exorcism yet again. Notus wants to carry on going in. They get the kill onto Malady. They're even going to be able to get the damage onto Nicky Cool. Nicky Cool, he tries to get himself away with the onslaught using that BKB, but the exorcism ghosts. They're going to connect here. It looks like they fly just short. Nicky Cool, that's not your base. Nicky Cool trying to get himself away, has that onslaught in 5 seconds. It doesn't matter. Notus gets the kill, and they're even going to be able to go in a little bit further on. That exorcism will be wearing off, but Krilliat has the double damage rune. He has his treants, and he has a sprout available to him if he wants to pop more. They should be able to go into this tier 3.
Nicky Cool moves there in that fight. At least it took a long time for them to kill him, but in the end, the difference is just way too big. I even expected Na'Vi to just call GG when they started, buybacking on Rubik to just come forward and fight, but they want to try to go with the basher. Not going to be happening. Ursa needs to go in and fight.
Yeah, and this is going to be a second lane for X. It looks like. Notice they back themselves away. I mean, the big man's back in his pit. So it looks like Krilliat's going to try and split push out this bottom lane. Maybe just pop the treants. He's not level 25 just yet, so he doesn't have that teleportation cooldown removal. But he can just use the TP scroll to get towards a tier 1. Any tier 1. A tier 1 of his choosing. And go to the Roshan pit if he wants to with the rest of his team.
Navi has 4 kills, and you're talking about level 25, the Nature's Prophet. You know, it will be demoralizing for them for sure. But yeah, they're going for a smoke. They know if we don't get the second round, the game is over. So let's see. Maybe this time around it works.
Yeah, this seems like it is going to be Butch and Sundance time here for Navi. Well, they get a kill onto the Callus. So maybe you know, they can get something more, but it doesn't matter. They're already trying to run themselves away. Butcher comes in, it stops the pulverize. Lemmy's going to be there on Vichu now as well. They have the lockdown. They're trying to get it onto Brilliant. He pops that beacon, he turns it on to Vichu with the right click. They do get the kill, but Scornix, he's going to be playing it up, and now the pushback. They take down Malady, and it's just going to be, if the Ursa wants to buy back, he's going to be the only one that can do it. And Nicky Cool, he's dead. The ultra kill for Scornix, the godlike spree. Come on, give it to him. Scornix trying to chase down. Does he have the damage to take it? It doesn't matter, the GG.
Yeah, that's no, that is the right approach. Call GG. Make sure he doesn't get the rampage. If he does, he's gonna be feeling so good about himself in the next game that.
Dota mechanics.